Well, my concern is not only with the Ahmadis in Africa, but with Africa itself. I'm a religious leader who believes in total dedication to the cause of Allah, and if you are honest in that dedication, then you must be dedicated to His creation. I'm training and instructing my community according to the best education and teachings in Islam. That is to say, serve the cause of humanity just for the love of it.
When Huzur Rabi was coming, it was as if the whole nation is coming from outside and people are to receive them. Come and see the people, the thousands of them thronging the airport to catch a glimpse of that spiritual person who leads the Ahmadiyya community, and see the Ahmadis from all corners of the country line up at the airport with their flags, with their handkerchief, in their white attire.
Came to the reception and they interviewed him. Certainly, these are very wonderful people, you know, to accost. They are very, very wonderful because every question that is put to them, they answer almost automatically, you know, with a lot of sense. You know, so we were just glued to our seat.
Africa, in my opinion, is a very important continent. Its importance is emerging with the passage of time, and the whole world is now compelled to take note of the future rise of Africa. So this is a continent which must not be neglected by any thinking and foreseeing community.
When Huzur came here, you know, it seemed as if we were living in a different world. And it is such a wonderful atmosphere. People are chanting Takbir, Allahu Akbar, Hadha Khalifa Tumasi, Zindabad, Ahmadiyya Zindabad, Insaniyat Zindabad, you know, and it's as if the whole world has been moved.
He went to Solpo for the conference. You know, throughout the life of the Jamaat, the conference was used also as a means of raising funds. When he attended the Jalsa and saw the way the funding was done, the fund was raised, he called me, and at the time we also had the president, and he said, look, we are putting a stop to this now. So we said, look, if we put a stop to it, how are we going to run the community? That's the way. He said, look, there is a way in the community which is universally accepted. That is to give chanda and give receipts, so that, and so that is what we are going to do.
It was a big shock. How then are we going to generate funds for the Jamaat? Huzur told Amisa, you don't worry, anything that falls short, you ask me, inshallah ta'ala, with Allah's grace, I'll make the provision. So we didn't feel any shortfall at all.
Now, that was a revolutionary thing, I can tell you. Because, in truth, Nobody had ever believed that the community could be run like that. It was after he had stopped that and had put us into the Chanda collection that we realized that if we continued with that, the community would have completely collapsed financially. Because there was no way we could have raised that amount that we got through Chanda. Impossible.
It generated that spirit of devoting something, parting something for the Jamaat. And since then, Alhamdulillah, things have been going on well, because Huzur, when he directed us to pay the 160 instead of collecting funds at the Jalsa, was a prayer for us, was a blessing, and the right thing on the right guidance, and we have been living with it.
When it comes to Tahrik Jadid contributions, when it comes to Waqf Jadid contributions in Africa here, when it comes to Chanda Am, we'll see it. What the Ghanaian Ahmadi always keeps in mind, the first thing he asks himself is, oh, will we be able to meet the expectation of the Khalifatul Masih? Because the Khalifatul Masih is so particular about us.
As they come to the country, they begin to perceive the line of action to take, what will bring in more harmony, what will bring in better administration, what will make the community prosperous and also dynamic. And that is why I've always believed that if a Khalifa comes to a country, he gives you 50 years leap forward. Because otherwise you will sit here and you will never know anything. And you will be doing things the usual way, the way you did it.
When I go there with an open mind, then so many things begin to appear to me. So many areas which were previously unexplored automatically come to my mind, where I find we could serve.
The fourth Khalifa came when we had military regime. One thing that he did was to give counsel to the military regime. You know, it's difficult to talk to a military regime, but he felt that here is a country which he loved. He has his members, he wants them to prosper. But there are certain things which need to be put right. And it remains words. He said, look, first and foremost, you have a country, and you have people who are learned, who can contribute to the development of the country. Simply because, as you know, a people, they feel that they are not very secure here. So they have all left for other countries. How would you develop a country like that if you are not going to embrace them so that they will use the knowledge and expertise that they have to do what they need to do for the development of the country? And at a certain stage, tears came from his eyes. The man saw that he was very much moved, and he pledged. He said, if you go back to London, all the Ghanaians in London, any of them who wants to come back to Ghana, if he comes in your name, I guarantee that when he arrives here, no harm will be done here. Now, this is something of very high resolve. You don't generally go to a country and convince the people of the rulers of the country to do what is best for the country.
I came with an open mind, first of all impelled and motivated by the love of the people. You know, you can't imagine the relationship between Ahmadis and their so-called chief, who is in fact is servant of them, as has been defined by the Holy Prophet of Islam himself. Sayyidul Qawme Khadimuhum. That person who is a true leader of a people has to be their true servant. So our relationship is a mutual master-service relationship, which is oscillating between me and the community in a manner that both want to serve and both are held in high esteem and high respect. So that generates an immense love which is unseen in the rest of the relationships in the world. So that is why when I go to the people, just looking at them fills my heart with sublime pleasure. And I know the same is happening there.